Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. I don't know where to begin. I kind of feel like I'm playing with fire making this video, but I really wanted to react to what I noticed on WWD's Instagram last night. Before I went to bed, they posted this video of inside Chanel's factory, and it was very interesting how people reacted to it. A lot of people, I think it actually probably gave Chanel a bad, I think it was actually bad publicity. I don't think that was their intention. And everything I say in this video is alleged, guys. Just my opinion. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. I got that from Super Dakum. Thank you, Dakum. This video that was posted literally showed inside the factory. It's all alleged, guys. So it was showing the production line of how a Chanel black classic flap is made. After the release of the Chanel 11-12 campaigns with Penelope Cruz and Brad Pitt, I think Chanel are really trying to romanticize the Chanel classic flap and I guess make it seem like it is an iconic bag from Chanel, don't get me wrong, but almost put more value into it than what it's worth. This bag now costs 17 to 20,000 Australian dollars, depending on what size you get. And it is literally very similar prices to a Birkin, which I think a lot of the reason why people are okay to invest $20,000 into a Birkin is, one, you can see on the resale market that they can sometimes sell for double the price, sometimes triple as well. Two, the quality is really amazing with the Birkins and Kellys. Is it worth the 20,000? Maybe not, but they do have a lot of handmade elements. I have heard that some Hermes bags are not completely handcrafted, but Birkins and Kellys are said to be made by one artisan each. And the artisan will hand sew, so saddle stitch the bag, and it will take quite a long time to craft each individual piece. So each individual bag has its own character, it has its own, signature to it. The difference between Hermes and Chanel is that Chanel bags are made by a production line with various different machines. Now, I do think that Hermes bags are made with machines too. I mean, you've got the cutting of the leather. I'm sure that's done by a machine. I'm sure there are other elements of Hermes bags which are also done by machine. Maybe all the preparation is done by machine, but then significant part of the bag which you have to make is made by one person. With Chanel, every single element is made by different things. So they have all these different machines doing all these different things. I always knew that. I thought everybody knew that, guys, that Chanel is made in a production line. So there's, it's not just one person working on the bag, hand stitching all the quilting. It's different steps, and they have different machines to make each part. And Chanel basically posted a video showing all the different machines that they use and the different people working in their factory. And I think that they showed this to seem more transparent, or like they have nothing to hide. And I think that definitely their intention was to seem like their bags are worth it. But it got a lot of comments with people being outraged about how their bags are made in this production line kind of way. Because the way that they showed it, it was like all these black classic flaps lined up, and it just looked really cheap. It looked like they were just churning out these bags, right? These $10,000 bags. So it actually ended up looking kind of bad. And when I woke up this morning, I wanted to react to the video because I thought it was quite interesting, them showing all the machines that make up the classic flap. And I thought it was really cool that they were being transparent in a way. I don't even know if that's them being somewhat transparent. I don't know. This obviously, that's what they wanted to share. But this morning I went on the same post and it was deleted. Like the actual video they posted was deleted. And as I said, guys, I took screenshots of that video, but I'm not going to show it because obviously I don't want to get bloody cancelled, guys. So I'm just going to share what they reposted. So WWD, so they say Chanel official is lifting the lid on the making of the $10,000 Chanel classic flap. For the first time, the French luxury house has opened its doors to one of its leather good factories. Okay, So inside the factory that makes the $10,000 Chanel handbags. Okay, so you can see they have this like, you know, beautiful lady. She's a little bit older, so it gives you the impression like she's worked there for many decades and she has her expertise. And maybe this is the case, guys. Maybe they do have people that have worked there for many decades working on these bags. But they do produce a lot, right? Next, you have her measuring up the flap. I don't know why she's doing that. Quality control, maybe. Polishing up around the edges where it's been stamped. They did show in the previous video like a machine like stamping each piece of the burgundy leather. And there was this really cool machine, guys, that like stitched the back pocket, like the quilting. It was like, and it was like so automated. It was crazy. I think that's the thing that really put people off is everything was so automated. As long as you invested in these machines, you could make 1 million bags, guys, and make like so much money. Make of these Chanel bags were done by machines. I think that's what put a lot of people off. It wasn't like people like hand stitching, saddle stitching these bags, which there are elements which are hand done on the Chanel bags, such as the chain, which I showed is hand woven. So they weave the leather through the chain. Also the back 2 stitches where the, you know, at the back of the Chanel flap, there's like 2 stitches which join together like all the flaps. They're done by a woman's hand apparently, because you need like a dainty hand to stitch that. So there are some handmade elements to the bag, but the majority of the bag is just done with a machine, whether it's a sewing machine or it's like made with these like, there was like a crazy machine, guys, like stitching all the quilting. Like it looks so cool. And then, okay, so the comments, guys, like someone is saying, ha ha ha, they removed the cheap machinery video and replaced it with the so-called craftsmanship. Damage control won't work, honey. Everybody saw the video already, guys. So they posted that video, they took it down, and they reposted these pictures. So yeah, this is the lady, see, she's like hand weaving the chain. They showed this, and I knew that they hand wove the chain, but they're taking out all the machine parts. I don't know why, guys, because we all know that they're made by machine. Like, why do they take that down? I think that actually makes I don't know, guys, but anyways, it got a lot of critique. How do they manage to make the bags that peel horribly? Saw a group of Chanel essays at an event. They were invited and they wore, of course, all the Chanel head to toe, and I was shocked at how their leather accessories were so peeled off. Now, there has been reports of Chanel leather declining in quality over the years. I mean, again, guys, my good friends Jacob and Romina did have experience with their Chanel 22 bags peeling, which was unacceptable, I think, for when you're spending that much money on a bag. And I have noticed there's inconsistencies in Chanel bags, even on the pre-love market. Now, I have owned Chanel bags in the past and I sold them all personally because I didn't think that the quality was worth the price. And to be honest, I sold them during a time where Chanel bags were selling for very high prices back in 2020. So I kind of fell out of Chanel because I felt like the bags weren't aging as well as I had hoped. What do I mean by that? Well, the hardware, I don't like how Chanel use aged hardware now. Like, it seems like the hardware fades off really fast. And they used to do the 24 karat plated hardware, which also chips, but it was a lot more robust. And I can see on the Chanel bags that were crafted pre-2008, they were made better. I will say that. Also, the quality of the leather was better. If you look at the lambskin then and the lambskin now, it is night and day. The hardware was better. The way that the bags are constructed and some of the details look more substantial, I believe, than the current day bags. So this is something that I noticed from collecting bags and from also, I guess, having experience with a lot of pre-love bags and comparing the quality from, you know, literally 20 years ago to today. I saw a huge difference in that. Whereas with Hermes, which, you know, Hermes has issues as well, you guys, but with Hermes, I noticed that the quality was somewhat consistent throughout from the 70s to now. Like, it's like all the bags are made, yeah, they did change from the 90s to now. You can see some differences. Leathers have been discontinued. And who knows if Hermes will continue to be such amazing quality in like 30 years. I don't know, guys, but they stand by their product, and their bags actually really last. They last a long time. Like, you can have an Hermes Kelly from like the 70s and it can still actually look amazing if the owner looked after it well. Whereas I can't say I've ever seen any Chanel bag really last as long as an Hermes bag. Like, it just, the way that they're made, and particularly maybe some of the vintage ones do look sometimes better. Not always though. Like, a lot of them have like the saggy quilting, as I said, the hardware chipping and all that. Like, that just don't age as well. And particularly the modern day bags, some of the quality is really bad. Like, the lambskin is peeling straight away after like a few uses. And they're just not made, I think anyway, to last like a luxury bag should. So that's what put me off the brand. And a lot of people, I guess, are realizing that. And I think Chanel is trying to, kind of create an allure for their bags again, that the craftsmanship is, you know, top notch. They do have state-of-the-art machinery, guys. Like, if you saw the machines that make their bag, it is crazy. Like, when I saw this video, I was like, oh my God. And it's a shame that they took it down, because it really got you could actually see like inside the Chanel bag, like all the stuff, that the components that it was made up of, all the steps that they used to make the bag. And okay, so this is why I love Chanel, but the price. So there are people praising Chanel as well. How much Chanel paid for this shocking post? Why did you remove the video? It says you need to follow me to be able to send you a message. Oh, okay. So I think some people must have screen recorded the video. I was actually going to screen record it, but I probably wouldn't have posted it anyway, because, you know, I don't want to get in trouble here. Then someone said, we love transparency. I like transparency too, guys. This is why I wish they left the video up. So is it that the associate I'm to blame about my bags unraveling and twisting? Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know why I'm reading so weird, but yeah, some people do have issue with the chains lately. Where's the video? Why does this look so staged to me? Very different when you see Hermes artisans working on a bag with a pair of gloves. Wow. So much for the handmade craftsmanship. Please, no one is fooled. Countless stories from people who bought bags complaining about the drop in quality. I have a friend who has hardware tarnished within a year. The boy bag loses its structure within a year. All these designers are trying to shortchange consumers. Where did the video go? This is not how the video looked. Hoping someone saved the video. Where the hell is it? It is gone from the internet, guys, that video. That video was a gem, but it is gone. Anyways, guys, let's not just all focus. I mean, I think all luxury brands, I mean, I still like Hermes. I think that their quality is amazing. The price is like ridiculous. But I mean, even brands like Louis Vuitton, I actually did a poll on my Instagram yesterday, and I asked if you guys had ever had bad experience with quality, because I was on Little Red Book last night, and I noticed that a lot of people were reporting on Louis Vuitton canvas peeling, and I don't know if this is really true either, because like I know in Little Red Book there's a lot of fake bags, and you have to take everything with a pinch of salt when you're looking on the internet. But if you're looking at a reputable source posting a video, then yeah, I'm going to believe it. But if it's like individual people reporting on quality, sometimes people complain about quality just to get views, right? Honestly. So how do you know if it's real or fake? That's a thing. I think a lot of people, like the Van Cleef bracelet lady, she got so many views from that, right? And there's some people saying that, oh, how do we know that's a real thing? But I think it was. But yeah, you can get a lot of views if you complain about quality of a brand. So I have noticed a lot of people complaining about Louis Vuitton quality, like particularly peeling on the canvas. And this is something that I experienced too with my Palm Springs Mini. But I have heard of that like aspect of Louis Vuitton that people don't like, and wonky stitching, and a lot of problems with the Murakami collection too. So it's not just Chanel that has started to stinge out on the quality. And I think if enough people start complaining about it or not buying into it, because the problem is, guys, you complain about it, but you still buy it, right? Okay, you have to not buy it anymore. If everybody stops buying these brands, they will up the quality of the hardware, of the leather. Maybe they'll I don't know. I don't have a problem, honestly, with Chanel making their bags with machine. Honestly, I don't care. For me, I think it's more about if the bags can last, if the leather is good quality, if the hardware is good quality, and yeah, whether these bags can last several decades. Because at the moment, I honestly, some of their designs, I don't think they do last several decades from my experience. So that to me is the most important thing when you're buying luxury. It has to be something that, yes, you invest a lot of money into, but it also needs to last a significant amount of time to be worth it. I don't want to see it having like this crazy wear and tear that is abnormal from the beginning. So anyways, guys, what do you think about Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Hermes quality these days? Like, have you noticed a difference over the decades? And yeah, anyways, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye.